So it's that time of year again, and Christmas, obviously. And as I always say, get a bottle of whiskey for all your permissions. You don't need to ask them, whether they like whiskey or not, because pretty much all farmers do like whiskey, and even if they don't, they'll know someone who does, who's visiting them over Christmas, so they'll always be grateful for a bottle of whiskey. And always, as I always say, if you've got a choice between a big bottle of blended whiskey and a small bottle of single malt for your price range, get them a small bottle of single malt, because everybody likes a single malt, or I do anyway. So I was doing that today, and I went to see my mum permission and gave him a bottle of whiskey. And I thought while I was there, I would go and see the old man who lives in the wood. Now, for those of you who haven't seen the previous videos where I've sort of had a few interactions with him, I originally met him because he had a go at me for pigeon shooting, and I had to sort of spend a fair bit of time just sort of explaining what I was doing and so on and so forth. He was cool in the end, and I thought to sort of make the peace, I would get him some of my famous smoked pigeon crowns, and I got a couple of those, wrapped them up, and I went down to see him, and I just wanted to see kind of like how he was getting along and what was going on really. And it's quite an elaborate setup, to be honest. It was, he's got quite a good setup there, and he seems to be managing. But it is worrying when you've got someone who's like in their 70s who's just living in a wood. So yeah, today I went round to see him, and I thought I'd take him a pack of posh biscuits, just as a bit of a Christmas present, just to let him know that people were thinking of him. So what follows is what happened.
Morning, you alright?
What's the wood, because it's got nails in it.
You what, sorry mate?
I got some wood I brought for Kinkley wood. It's got nails in it, so mind yourself.
Oh, okay mate. Wait, what are you doing? Where are you heading? Oh, okay, because I brought you this as it goes, so I'll give it to you now. Some biscuits.
Oh, thank you
for Christmas.
Thank you very much.
Merry Christmas, mate.
Thank you.
I've just been delivering whiskey to everyone, so I thought I'd include you.
I'm very good at this, thank you very much.
Have you got any plans? Are you going to be around here, or are you going anywhere, or?
No, I've got nowhere to go. Drawing down a lock house, that's just what we're going to do for Christmas. I thought he was going to ask us to go down there, but the point what he said, what? He said, we're glad this is the daughter's asked me to go there now.
Oh no.
I said, all right. So we're all right. I mean, we're going to buy a 3-bird roast.
Oh, right.
So how we're going to roast it, I don't know.
I don't know. Well, I guess if you get the fire going, and I don't know.
Oh, we get the stove going.
Yeah.
I got an oven.
Oh, right.
That's a problem.
Yeah, it's tricky.
I could always steam it.
Yeah, why not?
You ain't got to roast it, but you can steam chicken, you can steam.
Oh yeah, you can always just take the chests off and do whatever with it, can't you? So.
Just steam it.
Yeah, okay. Cool. Okay, mate. Well, Merry Christmas. I don't know if I'll see you again or not. I'm going to France on Thursday, I think, so.
You're lucky.
I know, well, I'm going to see my mum, so.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, have a good one, mate.
Cool. So you can see he seems to have everything planned, and it's all good and positive, and he seems to be grateful to get the biscuits, and it's more of a sort of a symbolic thing really, just to let him know that he's not alone. He is sort of thought of as part of the community now, and people do think about him. In fact, the farmer's wife, when I took her a bottle of whiskey, was asking about him as well. In fact, she'd seen the video I did on in the woods, so she's quite interested by that. And she was saying how he'd lived there for a few years. I'm not sure her husband, the sort of the farmer, as it were, is quite so pleased to have him there. But there we are. And I know a lot of you are kind of judgmental with these things, and you're thinking, well, what's he done in his life to make him end up living like that, and so on and so forth. And it's, yeah, I'm sure. But don't we all screw up in life sometimes? We all make mistakes, and at the end, we're all still human beings, aren't we? And it's very easy to strip someone of their humanity when they've maybe made mistakes in their life and to judge them. But sometimes you think, well, especially at this time of year, it's Christmas, and living like that, where you've got, where we're just sort of obsessed with capitalism and sort of, there's nothing wrong with capitalism, of course, but it's consumerism, should I say, and having stuff. Sometimes it makes you feel a little bit empty, and you kind of lose sight of what it's all about. You never seem to manage to regain that magic that you had as a child. It's sort of, which is ironic, because when you're a child, all you seem to be bothered about is presents, but you sort of lose that when you're older, and you spend all that time preparing and buying food and presents and all this stuff to try and feel that Christmassy feeling, and you never seem to get it. And before you know it, the day's over, and you're back at work, and life goes on. So sometimes maybe I think it's nice to do something nice for people, spread the love, as it were, and I think it's important. So if you know someone in your life who's maybe in your area, somebody who's a bit older, somebody who might be a bit lonely at this time of year, I think it's a really good to do something to make them feel that they are being thought of. It doesn't have to be a grand gesture, because it's not about what you're buying them, it's about the fact that you've thought to buy it for them. And strangely, it's almost a selfish thing to do, because even though it makes them happy, it actually makes you feel happy. It makes you feel Christmassy, shall we say. So I don't want to be all sort of sentimental or whatever, but just think about it. Like I said, it's charity, I suppose. And I'm always sort of volunteering at this time of year, and you never can because there's a huge waiting list. And if you did, there'd be for people you don't even know or whatever. But like I said, if there is someone you know who needs a bit of help at this time of year, who may be feeling down, who may be having problems, do something for them, because in the end, it'll make you feel better.